Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha, and I would like to welcome everyone on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. I know that a lot of people are probably out and about, or perhaps taking a Sunday nap. But I was like, you know what? Before I take a nap, I wanted to do my live. And I have been wanting to do this live for a couple of days, and so I decided to do it right now. But I hope everyone has been having a wonderful Sunday. I know this morning we had a live this morning that was out of this world with Pastor John Hanna. We watched him virtually, and it was such a blessing. And then such a blessing to hear about the various testimonies in the chat. We had some people to share some great things that were happening for them this week. And so that helped to increase our faith as well. And God bless all of you that shared and were a part of their live. If you did not see it this morning, please go back and watch the replay. Let's see who we have in the house right now. Hey, Humble Me Hype is in the house. Hey, sis. She said, hey again, sis. I am preparing dinner, but I'm here and listening. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, sis. I do appreciate that. And what you making for dinner? Okay. Because we went out to eat today to Texas Roadhouse. I don't know if y'all have heard of that restaurant, but we went there today. It was really good. And yeah, it can give you the itis, but I came home and kind of got situated. So I think I'm a little bit awake now. Thank you for joining. Hey, sis, Shelly Shell is in the house. Hey, sis, thank you for joining. Albert, hey, Albert, welcome. Nice to see you again. Humble, I'm cooking dinner, also spaghetti. So everybody cooking right now. Why y'all cooking so late? It's 5:30. Okay. The food was supposed to be ready already. You should have eaten and about to take a nap by now. Oh my goodness. Yes, I never been to Texas. Oh my goodness. So y'all don't have y'all wouldn't have a Texas Roadhouse. Okay. Well, yeah, you missing out on especially the rolls. Okay. If you've ever been there, they have these nice hot rolls, and you can pretty much put some of their cinnamon butter on top. Y'all, oh my goodness, you have to try not to eat so many because then you won't be able to eat your food. Queen said baked barbecue chicken. Okay. Corn on the cob, yellow rice asparagus. Girl, that sounds good. I haven't done barbecue chicken in a while. I may have to do that. Barbecue baked chicken. I haven't done that in a while. Shelly said it only takes 29 minutes. I have it, but just never been 100. Okay, I got you. I got you. Girl, it's really good. But you ladies, thank you for joining while you prepare your meals. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to get into some hot topics today. Watch a few videos that were top videos and some in social media this week. But two shows in particular that I wanted to discuss, and some topics that came up in this in these shows. If y'all would like to share your feedback throughout the live or special hashtag, that helps us to keep the conversation going. In the meantime, if you would like to sow a seed and be a blessing, my Cash App is pinned on the screen, or you can also send super chats and super stickers. Now, the first show I want to talk about is Sisters. Okay. Oh my goodness, y'all. I had to catch up with it this week, and I'm streaming on YouTube and Facebook just in case you don't see someone that I post. They may be on the other platform. Hey, Royal D. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining. So I had to catch up because I was 2 weeks behind on my show. And so I said, let me go ahead and catch up. Y'all, whoo, it's some tough. Now I can say Tyler Perry, he's kind of, doing his big thing with this narrative that they have going on right now with a couple of this, because if the character can make you not like them, obviously they're doing a great job. And one of the characters on Sisters that's really giving me a headache, where I just want to jump through the TV and knock him out myself, is Gary. Okay, put a one in the chat if you watch Sisters. Put a one in the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If you would like to share, go ahead and share the live. Thank you all so much for hitting that like button. A one in the chat. Anyone watches Sisters? It comes on BET. Okay, so one of the narratives that's taking place is between Gary and Andy. And a lot of you that do watch it may know, and even if you don't watch it, you'll probably be able to follow where we're going with this. Gary and Andy have been dating. To me, the relationship was on and off, and Gary is very toxic. And to me, he is narcissistic, and he likes to do things for attention, and he feels like he can keep his women by buying them. Okay, buying them things. Now, he was in a secret relationship with another girl named Penelope. Okay, that Andy, they had broken up before she found out about this other woman. The other woman was also pregnant with his child. Now, Penelope found out some dark things that had taken place in his past, where he had unalived someone, and she confronted him about some of the things that she did. Well, him being already one to have unalived someone, without thought, he took this woman and threw her to the ground. Okay, now she was pregnant, and all of a sudden you could see nothing but blood. They took her out of there, and we all thought that she was gone. Well, come to find out, the police took her to a secret location. She did lose her baby, but she's still alive. Now, the new guy that Andy was dating was actually her brother. They found out that he's the brother of the girl Penelope. And Andy has to keep the secret. Now her brother knows that she's still alive too. Well, now Gary is single, and he wants Andy back. But Andy was already in a relationship, and he was running to become, I believe, mayor. He gave her an ultimatum recently that if she did not leave her boyfriend, he was going to either make him lose his race or potentially take his life. Okay. So Andy's afraid. So she went ahead and she felt like she doesn't have a choice. So they were leaving a baby shower. And this guy just walks in, and she hadn't told her friends about this or anything. And he was like, yeah, we having a wedding and none of y'all invited, baby. He was talking about them going off. Hey, Lolo. Hey, sis. Okay. Be careful out there. He was talking about them, baby. My mouth dropped. The things he said, I was like, wait a minute. And yeah, it did not go over too well. It didn't go too well. So now she feels stuck, and she did confide in her friend. But those of you who watch it, you probably know who I'm talking about. Oh Lord, what's her name? I should have written it down, because y'all, I'm telling you, sometimes I go blank and I'm like, oh, what's the name? Her assistant, y'all know who I'm talking about. She did confide in her. She tried to confront Gary, but he has a security guard, and yeah, he pushed her down, and that's not gonna go over too well on the next episode. But what do you do if you're with, hey Mama 3, hey sis, how are you doing today? What do you do if you're in a relationship with someone, and the old beau or boyfriend or girlfriend threatens to mess your relationship up? Do you let them go and to spare them, or do you tell them why you are breaking up with them because they are in potential harm? Because that's a tough situation to be in, because this guy Gary has ties to the cartel, and he's already unalive one person, he thought he unalived another person. So it seems as though he really does not care about that part. That was just something to think about, because now she's in a tough situation, a catch 22 of what to actually do. And then y'all, wait a second, I gotta get the name, because this part, let's see, hold on one second. Fatima, thank you. Okay, so Fatima, those of you know, I like queens. Wait a minute. All the queens men, y'all, madam on all the queens men is the cousin of Fatima. Okay, that's on Sisters. Now, not in real life, but on the show. Follow me. Well, anytime you call madam to show up, baby, you better be ready, because madam does not play. Okay. Y'all, at the end of last week's episode, Fatima called madam because of me and somebody else. I don't know who it was. We were on I think on Facebook, somebody had posted it too. We were like, when Fatima gonna call madam? Because madam does not play. Okay, everybody who's seen that show, All the Queen's Men, no, madam does not play. And so Fatima has called her really since on Sisters. This is her second time calling her. And so I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this situation between Gary and Andy. Because I don't think that they'll get married. But she feels like her hands are tied at this point. Another situation with Sabrina. Now, Sabrina recently, got her job back, was promoted. Y'all know she got locked up because they thought she had robbed or was set up the bank robbery and so forth. So her and Maurice, y'all, Maurice is a character. When I tell you, he is hilarious. The stuff that he says is so funny. Oh my goodness. And so he's working at the bank again too. Now, recently, because she's done like a lot of great things, she was interviewed by this man. And he is showing like interest in her. When he was interviewing her, you could tell that he liked her and all of that. And so she has a boyfriend. Now, Sabrina wants to be a mom, and her boyfriend right now, he's not feeling that. He does not want her to be or want to be a father right now. He was like, maybe later on. But what do you do if one of y'all wants to be a parent and the other one doesn't, And so she decided to freeze her eggs, eat her eggs frozen. And this guy that was interviewing her, she was telling him the real deal of what she wanted. And he volunteered to be a sperm donor. And I was like, OMG. Okay. He's a nice looking guy and everything. Well, her boyfriend was not feeling that, but she said this was, her decision. And that's a hard decision or a position to be put in, is if you are dating someone that wants kids, but you don't. Do y'all feel that that is a deal breaker if one of you wants kids and the other one doesn't? Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, I'm back. I apologize. Um, because that's something he stated up front. And some women I know will try to trick guys, or believe that guys may change their mind. But in my opinion, I believe that can sometimes be a deal breaker because you may have to be conniving to get a child, or you may have to do without something that is a desire of yours. Um, so right before the guy goes with her, he did his test, his lab test, and all of that. With everything. Hey, Truth in the City. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining. Um, hold on, y'all, one second. Um, right when the sperm donor came, and he was going into the doctor's office with her. And the guy friends, he was being honest with them, like, hey, y'all in a good relationship. She's a great woman, and she just wants a baby. Okay, that's the least of your concerns. I mean, you better go and get your woman, because another guy is about to give her a baby. And he ran to the doctor's office, and they were in the doctor's office, and that part kind of shut off. So now she'll be caught in between two men, because the one, he wants to donate his sperm, and I think he wants a potential relationship with her. But the one that is not with her, then she pretty much has to think, okay, if you don't want kids, do I want to continue my relationship with you? So those are things that they will have to now think about. So that's going to be interesting. And then last but not least, Danny, y'all always say, if y'all see me, my Facebook, I did a picture one time. I said, why all of this money Tyler Perry makes, why is Tyler Perry not getting a big enough shirt for Danny? Because every episode, when she goes to work, that white shirt under that blazer, it looks like the buttons are going to pop. Okay. And Tyler Perry makes too much money to not get his characters clothes that can fit them. Okay. Because I feel bad for her. I'm like, all of this money, and we have to watch every episode and get scared every episode for that button that it does not pop. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. But I love Danny. And Danny, is finally in a relationship that I really think she likes the new guy. Um, but we found out, he still has this the children's mother. And I thought it was ex-wife. One minute is ex-wife, one minute they're married. So I thought it was the ex-wife, but the ex-wife is still into him. She was in the army and away for a little bit. So he was mainly taking care of the kids. Now, while the guy went to the restroom, okay, to take a shower, his phone was going off, going off, going off. Danny decides to open up his phone, and the ex-wife has sent a picture to him with her and her bra. So Danny is like, Truth Queen said, see, now I'm gonna have to watch just to see this. But girl, I need to put a picture on my community wall that I still have. I'm sick of them. Get that woman a bigger shirt, because I get scared every episode. Oh my goodness, I get scared every episode. And so when he comes out, Danny confronts him and holds up the picture like, what is this? And he's not really thinking about, okay, this is the picture from my ex-wife. I don't know why she did this. His first thing that he went to was, why are you going through my phone? Okay. Well, yeah, she shouldn't go through the phone, but why is the ex-wife sending this picture? So it was one of those situations where, are you still interested in your ex-wife? Because I don't know if any of y'all have gone through phones. I really have not gone through a phone, but when a person gets a little defensive about their phone, it does put a question mark in my mind. Because I know I dated a guy, and he left his phone on the charger and did not turn it on when he was at home for the most part. Hey, Tim. Okay, thank you so much. Be careful. Thank you for joining. And he pretty much left his phone on the charger. Sometimes it was off, and I always wonder, well, why would he turn his phone off right now when you at home? Because I mean, what if there's an emergency or something like that? Well, it did come out that he was cheating. Okay, when people get defensive about their phones, even one of the other characters on there, she did not want Hayden to look through her phone. Okay, one of the girls that he's dating right now, and she didn't want Hayden to look through her phone, and he automatically assumed that, hey, you don't want me to look through your phone. Something is going up. Something is going on. She actually is cheating. She has videos and things like that. And so him being on the defensive about her going through his phone kind of put like a question mark as far as what is going on. Are you still into her, or are we doing this thing? So I don't know if y'all are okay with people going through your phone or not. Like me and my husband, you know what? I'm trying to think of something. He changed that password. I need to get the new password. Everybody, the kids even know my password. But I need to ask him tonight. That's bringing something to my remembrance. I meant to ask him when he changed that password, what is it? Okay. Because we are open with each other going through our phones. However, I think if you have a feeling like I need to go through that person's phone, then there needs to be some like, why are you trying to go through his phone? Do you think he's cheating, or do you think she's cheating? Those are some things to think about, because there has to be some type of wondering if you're purposely trying to go through their phone. But just randomly, like, oh, let me see, did he get an email? Let me check. Okay, that's different. Or, like how she was doing, she wasn't purposely going through his phone, but if it's going back to back to back, and my husband's taking a shower, then let me look and see, is it an emergency? That's what she was mainly doing. And so he didn't like that. And my question would still be, okay, why is your ex-wife sending you a picture of her in her bra? Picture of, her to your phone in her bra. And so those are things to think about. And so we're going to see how that goes, because Danny really hasn't had a lot of good luck with relationships. I think she has some trust issues and things like that. And so we're going to see where that goes with Danny and this new relationship, because then also he has kids, and Danny really has not had a lot of experience with the kids either. Okay, so this is a new type of thing with her as well, with the kids. So we're going to see where this goes. But it seems like it's going to be a great season. So far, I'm liking this season of Sisters. If y'all haven't watched it, it comes on BET. Okay, so Tiff said, I got all the codes, but don't use them unless he needs me to do something in it. Right. See, that's something totally different. If you have the codes and you only needed, like my husband was in the hospital, I may have had to get into his phone or something like that. But I do know that he changed his password recently, because y'all, my kids, and it's mainly for my daughter. That girl is smart. Okay. She will try to look over your shoulder, try to get passwords and things like that. And so I think he got tired of her going in his phone. And so he changed it. But I tried the password and I couldn't get in there. So I need to make sure tonight, after this live, let me just make sure I have that correct password. Let me make sure. Okay. Now this week of social media, we're going to kind of I'm going to show a few videos and then we'll get into our College Hill discussion. This week has been the week of the Olympics. Okay. Right, Tiff, make a note of that. Has been the week of the Olympics in Paris, France, y'all. They have been rocking it. We talked about Simone Biles and Sha'Carri Richardson recently on here. If you did not see that, I don't know if I had to private that, because y'all, I think they tried to flag me because some of that was NBC what I had shown, but oh well. They've been rocking it. Okay. So far, Simone Biles has gold, y'all. She is the most decorated gymnast. Okay. And also, Sha'Carri actually won silver in her 100-meter dash. And so this was her first Olympic race. I already know my girl coming for gold, though. I already know, this is a start for her. So I already know she's coming for gold on them. Now, they had some highlights and some funny moments in this first video that I'm going to show, where there was a not so likely person. Why is he turning out to be one of the USA's mascots? Because he's everywhere. Let's take a look at this first video.
Back at Bercy Arena, Simone spotting somebody in the stands. A lot of celebs here today, as you know. Uh-oh, Dan, wonder who it is. Got to be none other than Snoop. Yeah, exactly, leading the dance with the Childs family there in the front row. Anybody have any more fun than Snoop? I don't think so. Let's get to know Team USA a little bit better. Let's let them tell you. Here you go.
Yeah, that was such a cute moment. Snoop has been everywhere. Okay, when I tell you that he's been over there doing interviews, he's been playing what is it called? Tiff, you should know this, with the horses, the horse races, is it crow? I don't want to say it wrong and embarrass myself. With the horse races, he has been there with his buddy. Y'all, he has been everywhere. And you know what? Not only is this a special moment, and when I say his buddy, let me clarify, him and Martha Stewart, okay, have been there also together doing highlights and interviews. But when I say I am excited, not only for Simone and Sha'Carri, I know a lot of attention is on these young ladies, but y'all, it is a lot. There are a lot of other people that are making history there, specifically even African Americans that are there, Blacks that are there, that are making history, okay, that are doing things that they haven't done before. I mean, Snoop Dogg in Paris, France, y'all. And I'm seeing how he is so excited. He's cheering them on. And there was some other like celebrities there that was supporting. I know I even saw a video with Beyonce and her mom. They were showing when Simone Biles was doing the flip, the ball, and they were cheering for her. And they didn't show their faces, whatever, but they were live at home or wherever they were. And they were recording it. They were like, come on, girl. You could hear Beyonce with that voice. Go on, Simone. I was like, that is so neat. But I feel like this is a victory and a win for all of us. Like, this is like so awesome to see this. Some people that probably never knew that they would be there, this is their dream coming true, you know, and just to see how happy Simone is. And I believe after this, she will be retiring. And I know that her and her husband, you know, they're trying to start a family and things of that sort. But that girl, y'all, I didn't realize they had to create a whole new category for her of what is it called, where they had to score like a whole new scoring category. She has some categories named after her. Welcome, Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining, sis. She even has a category that is named after her. But y'all, this is something that they had to do because she was off the chart. So they had to come up with a more difficult category to score her. I was like, that is amazing. And how, you know, she's gotten all of these gold medals and things of that sort. And I just love to see her grow and her to be so successful in what she's doing. And so, yes, it's not just Simone and Sha'Carri, but there are so many that are making history during this Olympics. And so it's going to continue throughout this week as well. Our next video, oh my gosh, D, you probably gonna laugh at this one too, because we talked about this guy. The name of his channel is Mental Healness, and it has 3 S's at the end. And he is a diagnosed narcissist. But what he does is he gives advice to people about narcissists. He knows his issues, but he also shares like tips on how to navigate relationships with narcissists. What are they going to do? Why are they doing it? And I actually watched this guy when I was going through my situation at work with my former boss, and I listened to the tips and things he said to do and not to do. And that was one way that I was able to navigate through that last few months at my job. Okay, how to deal with her. And so in this particular case, he's showing a video. Now he said he can't diagnose this guy as a narcissist, but he said that this is something that they would possibly do if they were caught cheating.
You scared my cat. You got to go. You got to go. So why are you still here?
I feel like
you're like, oh wow. I know this game. I've seen this before.
Baby.
Ain't nothing, do not touch me. Do not touch me. Do not touch me. What's that? No tears, say.
Please.
Get your hands off me.
Please, just...
Get your hands off me before I deck you.
Just... Oh.
It wasn't my fault.
Oh, you can't breathe?
Can't breathe.
Why don't you get your clothes? Get your clothes and get going.
I can't breathe.
I got everything in the pile for you.
Baby, please.
I need for you to go.
I told you I'm not leaving.
I'm not saying that that man is a narcissist, but that's how a lot of narcissistic people will act when they get caught cheating. And of course, if you're new here, I'm a narcissist, actually a narcissistic personality disorder. So instead of being held, allowing themselves to be held accountable or taking any type of accountability, you get a lot of narcissistic, toxic people who react like that. Screaming, yelling, acting like they're in pain. I can't breathe. Like, look how much it hurting you is affecting me. You're not the only victim here. It wasn't my fault. Like, your best friend laid down in front of me, and I just couldn't help it. I just the pheromones just sucked me into it like a vortex. What? They hope these theatrical situations, these theatrical things that they do, they hope that works on you. So you'll take them back, or you'll feel some type of sympathy, or your compassion and empathy can be weaponized against you. You're like, oh, I feel so bad for this person. They really are hurting. They really are hurting because they hurt me. No. They're hurting because they got caught. You think he would be behaving that way if he you think he would be behaving that way if he wouldn't have gotten caught? Like, you think he would confess to that? No. And with her friend, like, come on, y'all. Narcissistic people, men and women, some of them will actually like to pursue your friends or people that are close to you, your family members, so they can get away with it. It's like sinister. Like, look what I did to you. You'll never know because I didn't tell you. And then when you find out, boohoo crying, and then they'll refuse to leave. You say he has. Yeah, the pile of clothes is hilarious. Y'all see that, the socks everywhere. It's just the audacity to be cheating.
Y'all, that thing tickled me. When he said he couldn't breathe, y'all, I was done. Like, that was dramatic. He got caught cheating with her friend. And so that was his response to getting caught cheating. And so I was so tickled when he did that and then trying to touch her. And when she said, you can go ahead and take your clothes, I thought maybe the clothes were in a bag or some form of trash bag or a suitcase. Baby, he got to go find some little grocery bags or something to put his clothes in. Because he didn't even have the clothes packed. Okay, don't put on the show, sir. You just got caught cheating. Okay, so that's your fault, not mine. Don't try to do the dramatics now. And he was trying to play her. D said they will sleep with your friends, sisters, family, everybody. Golly. Oh my gosh. I was so done. I said, this dude here, I don't think I've ever seen it with that much dramatics. But yeah, he got caught, and then now he is the one that is trying to play victim and like, I can't believe you're doing me like this. I can't breathe right now, and all of that. That was too much. That's something that narcissists would do, and it may be something that some other guys or women may try as well. Oh my gosh. Now with this next video, a lot of the children, one of my children are already going back to school, but a lot of children are going back to school this week and next week, and maybe a few the following week. And this video sounds like a lot of mothers out there. I know I found myself saying some of the things that she's saying in this cute, humorous video about going back to school.
Write and learn. We need wipes. We need Clorox wipes. What you supposed to be wiping the school down? You ain't the janitor. Girl, no. Why all your socks got to be Nike? Just get you some for Family Dollars and be good. No. Now, you know I'm not finna buy you no white shoes. They're going to be dirty next week. Find you some all black Air Force Ones and we'll be good. Put them back. This is an $80 book bag. What you supposed to be studying for a doctor? Girl, go put this back. Girl, where your toe at? Back here? Good. What size is your feet? Okay, these about a 12. You can grow on these. So good. Walk. Well, let me see. Walk. Let me see. Every folder you get got to have a kitty cat on it. Girl, go get you some manila folders. Ain't nobody spending their money on that. The lunchbox. What a lunchbox from last year. Use the one from last year. We're not doing that. What's this? I'm not buying another hoodie. No. What's these little thin tights for? What's this? What was Lululemon? $80 for a pair of tights. You can get these from Target, Cat and Jack, $10. Girl, put these back. I don't sell drugs. What is this? Every pencil you get ain't got to have no Spider-Man on it. Go get you some number 2 so that you can write and learn. You need wipes.
Y'all, when I tell you, I had to laugh because I just took my kids to get some school clothes and some school supplies. Baby, when she was when she was talking about those folders and those tights and the prices, I just took my daughter yesterday to Old Navy. My daughter and my son, we went to Old Navy, and she wanted these pair of jeans, but I tried to look for some deals and some specials, baby. And I said, we're not getting those. We're gonna get those things too. I'm waiting on those to go on sale. That lady said, with the kids, why every folder has to have a kitten or something on it. I mean, some of those I really saw myself, and all I could do was laugh because these people, they are tripping with putting a lot of different things on these school supply lists. Some of that stuff they are not going to use. Okay, they're not. I've been in education 17 years. I'm going to my 17th year. And some of the things on those school supply lists, they do not use. So I understood. She was like, what you need with those cleansing wipes? They trying to wipe down the whole school. I'm telling you, be aware of that. Okay, get what's needed. What do they need? Because some of the other stuff is just extra. And yeah, I know that some of the states have taken away. I don't know if that was a state thing, but the ESSER grants, it may have been for everyone, all education, but those funds have ended. That was something that they gave schools that, some extra funding during the COVID time. Okay. So I think that lasted from 2020 to 2023. And so a lot of the school districts don't have that extra money. So I think this year they're leaning more on parents bringing school supplies for their children and things of that sort. Because, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to show one more video and then we'll get into our College Hill reaction to, y'all, they ended the season. Oh my gosh, I'm going to miss it because it was coming on Thursdays. So I am going to miss it. Now, in relationships, some people will, tell you on social media everything that's taking place in their relationships. Okay. They let you know when they're dating, they show you the cute proposal, and they want to, keep everybody involved in their relationship. Well, this particular person, baby, I didn't even know they were dating until they popped up with the wedding. Hey, Bronx girl. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining. And I was like, wait a minute. What did I miss? I know I'm on social media. How come I didn't even know there was dating, a proposal? I must have missed something somewhere. But I must say, she is from my hometown, Houston. Okay, they had their wedding there in Houston, and it was very beautiful. I know most of you know the group Destiny's Child. Well, she was one of the former members of Destiny's Child, LaToya Luckett, and she recently got married. So I had to take the music off of this video, so it's not going to have the music playing, but at least you'll see some of her cute bridal pictures. Wow, I'm so happy for LaToya Luckett. She was so beautiful. But she just got married, and she did her vows, y'all. She had her cell phone, she was reading her vows. And I was like, oh my gosh, because she had recently kind of gotten a divorce probably a couple of years ago. And they were on T.I. and Tiny's reality show. I don't know if y'all remember that. But her and her husband, I think his name was Tomicus. To me, they had a good relationship, in that first season that I saw them. But I think after his mom passed away, things kind of changed with him, the way he talked to her and the way he treated her. I could see some of that even with the reality show. And so just to see now that she's married again, and she was just saying, she did an interview on a talk show, and she was just saying, like, recently, that it's so peaceful now. Like, she is experiencing so much peace, and he's such a wonderful guy. And so I'm happy. Congratulations to LaToya Luckett on recently getting married. So now I want to get into College Hill. Recently, College Hill just ended this past Thursday. So if you haven't watched it, you can watch the full season on BET Plus. It was a good season. I really, I can say this. To me, it wasn't my favorite season or season of College Hill. There was some other ones. I think the past two, in my opinion, that were better. Okay. But hey, we took it for what it was. The people that they had on this season, College Hill, was Claudia Jordan, Tamar Braxton, Nick Young, Carlos Miller. He's from Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out, and he also has a podcast with some of the other members of Wild 'N Out. Angela White, which is Black China, and Saucy Santana. Now, I must admit, I didn't even know who Saucy Santana was until I watched College Hill. That was my first time kind of, I don't even know if I knew his name. I probably had heard of his name, but I didn't know who he was. But this season, I can say most of them pretty much was consistent throughout the season. They talked about how hard it is. Like, they're completing a whole program in about like 10 weeks. And so, or 10 days, I should say. Queen said, I'll catch the replay open. We're sitting down to dinner now. Love you and have a great evening. Thank you so much, sis. I love you too. And tell the family I said hello. Thank you so, so much. And so most of them stayed consistent. Now Claudia Jordan, she was on there, and Claudia Jordan was pretty much consistent throughout the whole season. She worked hard. She even tried to encourage the other ones to stay focused, and she ended the season being valedictorian. That was something that she was striving for during that time. Her and Saucy kind of had some little beef before they were on the show. So at the beginning of the show, I can give them much respect. They did squash the beef, and they had a chance to have a conversation about that. And then we had Tamar Braxton on the show. Now I can say this: I thought Tamar Braxton was gonna come with drama. Okay. Even on the BET Awards, people were saying, did her and Claudia get into it? I think that was just promotion. They did not get into it on the show. Okay. Tamar has toned it down a whole lot. I don't know if she's been in therapy or what, but Tamar has toned it down a lot. I did not see any popping off, going off on people. She seems a little more peaceful, able to talk to people and so forth. So I'm just applauding Tamar's growth. Okay. I don't know what it is, but she has grown so much. And I like Tamar. When they took her off of the reel, y'all, I quit watching it because to me, she was the main real person there. She was like the realest. I'll just say that on the reel. So I really hated when they took Tamar off, but Tamar did an awesome job. She ended up graduating. Nick Young was on there, and Nick, this is like the first time I got a chance to see his this side of him, I should say. He tried to stay on Saucy, and I'll talk about him in a second. He tried to stay on him to help him get focused and do the right thing. But Nick, he really tried his best, his hardest. There were times when Carlos would say some mean things towards Nick that to me, like, dribble and shut up. It was almost like that was something that some Black athletes had to hear from a white woman. Okay. And for you to throw that same line out to make him look dumb or that he only has a talent to play basketball, that hurt my heart to see that. But Nick did not allow that to stop him. He continued to strive through, to go through that. He was striving for his best. He showed up, and to see at the end his kids, y'all can see like his whole face lit up with when his kids came and during the graduation time, and he said he did it for them, and they love their dad. You could tell that they really love their dad. But I was so proud of him and so excited that he was able to do this and complete that program. Now, Carlos Miller, hold on, y'all, 1 second. Now, Carlos Miller is from Wild 'N Out, and I love Wild 'N Out with Nick Cannon. And he's like the older one. Y'all know the one with the beard. He kind of made me mad at the beginning of the season. Okay. He was talking about Nick. He was like not understanding how they were trying to get help for homeless people. I just did not like his attitude whatsoever. And then they tried to talk to him and get him to see what he was doing. He was getting like upset with the professor. He was talking crazy to folks during class. And I hadn't seen that side of him because I've only really watched him on Wild 'N Out. And so he pretty much did change throughout the show once they really were able to get through to him as far as how his attitude was. He took the criticism and he ended up graduating. He was salutatorian by the end of that season. Angela White, Blac Chyna. Oh my goodness, she is another one that has changed so much. And just to see this side of her, I think she's still trying to find herself and be comfortable with who she is after she got baptized, and she's been sober, she said, for 18 months. Well, this was during that taping, so it's probably longer now, but she shared her testimony in front of a group of students. And first she was nervous, but she was, this was her first time like really sharing her testimony. But I'm happy for her. Like she looks totally different also, but you can tell she's in a vulnerable place right now where she is striving to do her best and to be this new person that she is. So congratulations, Blac Chyna. Now I saved this one for last because this one really, really irked my nerves. Saucy Santana. Y'all, I really don't even know why Saucy Santana went on the show. Okay. If he was not going to take it seriously, I don't even know why he went on there. I don't know if it was for publicity or what, but they let him get away with a lot. He wasn't going to class. He was coming to class late. The director or whoever she was that was in charge would want to meet with him. He would say, I can't meet with you, giving her attitude, talking back to her. She had to correct him and say her name is Doctor because he was popping out with that lady. But y'all, he did not graduate because he was failing every class. And even Nick Young was trying to stay on him. Carlos, they were trying to like encourage him and motivate him, but he's so young and he got fame at such a young age. I think he feels like he doesn't have to do that. Like he already makes money, so he doesn't have to go to school or complete school. And some people, the young people feel like that. If they could just go straight to play football or basketball, they're good with that. They feel like an education is not necessary. And in some cases, going to college may not be for everyone. There are other things that you could do, but it was just the attitude behind it and how he was treating the people that worked there, the professors. One of them, she said she only met him one time because he didn't come to her class and things of that sort. Worse than Ray J, okay? And Ray J did 2 seasons, but Ray J eventually graduated. He didn't graduate the first one either because he really wasn't taking it seriously. And so I don't know, Saucy trying to do another Ray J so he can come back on another season, but that was very disrespectful. I can at least say Ray J was not disrespectful to the people that worked there. So yeah, I was not impressed. That was my first time really seeing him. And I don't know. I hated that because someone else could have been in that spot, in my opinion. Yeah, could have been in that spot. All right. And so our last set of videos, okay, staying in the vein of the Olympics, we talked about Simone Biles, but I wanted to show y'all a short video of Sha'Carri's race as well. She actually won silver and she's been rocking it. I know it continues this week as they have different types of races, but I wanted to show y'all this short clip.
In Eugene, Oregon, at the U.S. Olympic trial, she tends to take some steps to the right, but no problems here for the world champion. She's 4th from the left. When the gun sounded, she got almost immediately to the front. And when you let Miss High Knees get to the front that early, this is what the second half of the 100 meters looks like. And her ability to hold her high knees is rare. Most sprinters, even the world-class ones, you'll see those knees start to drop and they decelerate late. Sha'Carri Richardson having none of that, and she is comfortably through to the semifinal round.
Oh my gosh, that girl, wait, a lot of people even said this, that she was playing around with them on that. Like she has another level of speed that she can go, okay? And so shout out to Sha'Carri, that girl, man, I'm telling you, she's bringing it. And I think that by her, this is her first Olympic race. She is only going to continue to go higher and higher. So congratulations to Sha'Carri. Now, this next video, y'all, I have to give you a trigger warning, okay? Because it is kind of sensitive subject matter. But it's nothing like going to a hospital and feeling that the hospital is not doing what they are called to do or supposed to do, to the point where they're just watching your loved one pass away. Okay. It is sensitive, trigger warning. But I wanted to talk about this video because it kind of hit home to some things I thought about, even my own mom, while she was in the hospital, of some things that took place. Let's watch.
Dr. McCool have decided to put something in Terrence's IV to kill him. He's been fine and stable. The moment that we got ready to get him out of here and transfer him, they interfered. And as soon as we got the medical records to give over to the doctors, they came and had somebody come in here and put something in his line. Dr. Jessica McCool, Dr. Herman of this hospital, which is Carolina's Medical Center, Atrium here in North Carolina. Right now. I'm telling you what they're doing. You see him right now. His mama's working on him. They out there and they're saying that they're gonna let him die. We asked him to come in and do something about it. They decided not to come in here and do nothing about it. And he still got a heartbeat.
My son has a heartbeat. They told me that they wanted my son's organs. When they first announced him that he had brain trauma, and I told them that they keep cutting the air off now. They're cutting it off. They're cutting it off. They're controlling it from the outside.
Now they heard cut it back off because they heard you say it. We see what y'all doing out there. We see you. We see you. I promise you, you're going to jail. I promise you, you're going to jail. They're trying to kill my son because they want him. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna spit on your grandma's grave. In your pop, all your family guys. I'm gonna piss on their grave. I promise you that. And that's live for me. That's Bishop talking.
They cut it off.
So that bishop and his family were at their son's bedside. The hospital, I guess they knew he was an organ donor, and they were actually about to transport him out of that particular hospital. And that's when things went awry. The people, like the doctors and the nurses there, did not step in. According to this video, just this portion, didn't look like they were stepping in, as we can hear the alarm going off. And this family decided to record this moment, probably as proof, because there probably will be some form of lawsuit. Their loved one did end up passing away. And they also, which is not in this video, I saw a longer video, called the police. The hospital called the police on this family, stating that they were trespassing. Okay. Y'all, you have to really, if you have a loved one in the hospital, especially if they are in a position of not being awake right now or not able to talk, really, really check on them when you can. Hold them accountable. If you get a bad feeling about a hospital, definitely look into having your loved one taken away to a different place. My mom was in a hospital one time and she had a bad experience. Right. Their son was there, Rebecca. She had a bad experience and we prayed and praised the Lord. My mom was able to get out of that hospital. Okay. It wasn't probably maybe, I would say 7 months after that, she had gotten like some type of fungus or something on her foot. She wanted to get it checked out. Ended up going back to that hospital. And yeah, my mom did not make it out that time. And to this day, I still believe that sometimes if people see a person's condition or, if they feel like I'm way here in another, city here in Texas, my stepfather, he worked a lot and so forth. So we had family going there. But I don't know, the last days of some things that were taking place, it left questions of did they do everything? Okay. And so it was just questions that I still have. And so in this young man's case, did they do enough? Okay. You're letting his family give him CPR. And I don't see any doctors or nurses rushing in to assist them. Okay. I don't know the full extent of it. We can go by what is being put out here. But it was just hurtful to see that. It was just sad. And so I'm going to follow that case to see what happens with that. And I just pray, this family gets justice, because that was just not right. And you could hear, the mom desperately trying to get her son to wake up. She's doing CPR. They're singing gospel music in the background. And so I hated the outcome of that. But that hospital should be held accountable if they put something in that young boy's line, okay? Because those things happen. Man, they've had real stories, even documentaries on Netflix about nurses doing certain things to some of these people, okay? So it's not like it's impossible for something like that to happen, okay? And so I'm praying for that family, because I know that is traumatic, okay? To see something like that. Hey, Latay, thank you for joining us this evening. Yes, Shelly, it was very, very sad. Very sad. And so I'll continue to follow that and continue to pray for that family, because I really, really hated to see that. That had caught me off guard. But I know that a lot of people are talking about that right now. And I am in prayer for them. Now, our last video for today, to shift gears to end on something funny. Y'all know mamas are the best caretakers, okay? But sometimes we, want to see dad, here, you do your thing. I'm going to give him to you. I'm going to give the child to you, and you go for what you know, okay? Just make sure that nothing happens to them. Rebecca said if he was an organ donor and his parents decided they didn't want to donate his organs, it wasn't anything the hospital could do. Oh, do you mean if he had put that he was an organ donor? Okay, so they couldn't override his decision. Yes, Latay, the young Black man that had lost his life, his family was trying to resuscitate him, and they couldn't. And the hospital appeared to not do anything about that. I'm actually going to look into that a little deeper, because in a longer video, the hospital had called the cops. And when they got there, the bishop even said that, because he's a bishop, he said, I forgot his name, but he even said that I tried to call y'all and y'all didn't come. So the family was trying to call the police too. So I am going to look further into that, because I want to follow this and get more details surrounding this situation. Because y'all, I'm telling you, when I went to visit my husband, I went different times of the day. Okay. Just catch, hey, you don't know when I'm gonna pop up. So I'm holding y'all accountable. I'm there asking questions. What are y'all doing? What's that for? Okay. Checking, they check his body and things like that. And then I check, okay, to make sure there's no sores or, things like that. Has he been moving today? You just ask questions. And my husband, he can walk and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? You want to ask questions. Yes, it can be on your license. Yes, I agree, Latay. That's why they say we should not put that. We want to be an organ donor. Exactly. I've heard that too. So some people don't even put that anymore. I wonder, is that a question they still have on there? I don't think they asked me that question the last time I went. To be honest, I don't think they asked that. Because it's organ harvesting right now, where people try to sell organs, the black market. All of this different type of stuff can happen. And if they see you have a situation where you're almost in death's door, which is so sad, because God can still work miracles, then they'll, just let it go. They don't do what they need to do, and that's not right. Okay, Latay, it's on there and you don't select. Okay, got you. I forgot if they asked me that. And I just went this year. Okay. Y'all, how in the world? He didn't even have the baby that long. He didn't put the baby on the car, the baby playing with him, going back and forth. If you would have let my child fall on the ground, I'm beating you up. Because how did you even let that happen like that? Yes, girl. The mom, thank the Lord, she was up on the top, where she could look down, you know, through the, she was, I guess, looking through the Ring camera or something, and was in the house to come help him. That's why we don't want to leave our children with y'all. Oh my gosh. So I wanted to end on a more humorous note, but y'all, thank you so much for joining tonight. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. I will be back tomorrow with a different topic tomorrow. And so I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Go ahead and finish your dinner, take your Sunday nap, and get ready for a fresh week tomorrow. You have something to say, Micah Man?
Yeah. I hope everybody has a great day. And make sure you subscribe to Shelly Shell channel.
Yes, so we are promoting Shelly Shell's channel. If you have not subscribed to the one and only Shelly Shell, Micah Man says, go ahead and subscribe and enjoy.
Shelly Shell Open Book channel.
Y'all have a great evening. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.